Demystifying Gehinnom, Purgatory. What is it? Why do we need it? And why don't we talk much about it in Chabad?
And considering the fact that He loves us, we don't have a concept of vengeance, of Him wanting to hurt us because we hurt Him, which is a silly idea. Now, even though when you read Psukim, they do connote, they suggest that Hashem gets angry and He takes revenge, all of these ideas need to be understood. And in the end, Hashem is not vengeful, Hashem is not angry, He's Hashem, right? He's mature. It's so silly to think of Him as an angry God who's vengeful. It's just silly. So that's why there's not that much focus on Gehinnom. But in terms of why Gehinnom exists, the answer to the question is very simple. It's a washing machine. A neshama is an eternal creation. This is true al pi Kabbalah, and it's even true al pi Chakira. A neshama, a soul, does not exist because of a body, and because it wasn't created because of the body, when the body ceases to exist, doesn't cease. The soul continues to exist. The process of the neshama coming into this world has risk, and we're always taught that it's worth the risk. The neshama vart up toizen to yar, thousands of years to come into this world to do a favor for one Jew, begashmis valachas kama v'kama beruchnias. But it's kol adracha mechaska sakona. And all of the forms of purging that you read about, the Sifrei Musa and the Sifrei Kabbalah and so on, is cleansing. In the final analysis, after the neshama is cleaned, it goes to Gan Eden. In the wording of the Gemara, muta de ladaine v'leisa dalmados, it's worth to go through every kind of purgatory, all kinds of purging, to come to Gan Eden, to come to Elam HaEmes. Having said that, I want to qualify what I'm saying. And this is based on the note of the Rebbe, the Shimis of the Rebbe, and Tanya Perik Ches, where he talks about Chibut HaKever and Kaf HaKela. There are many different types of purging, and you can understand it quite well. If a person goes to a gym and works very, very hard to become fit or to strengthen his respiratory aptitude, efficiency, or to develop muscle mass, whatever he's trying to accomplish, he works hard and he sweats and it's hard work. But you're not going to call it torture. You're not going to call it Gehenna. You're going to call it pleasure. Why? Because he's voluntarily doing this. He knows why he's doing it. He knows what he wants to get from it. And he delights not just in the success, but in the effort itself. Now go over to a stranger, force him into a gym, make him do exactly the same things, but don't give him the choice. The very, very same act becomes miserable, it becomes hell, it becomes Gehenna. So the Rebbe explains that when a neshama passes away, there's different levels of cleansing. Gehenna is unique in the fact that this is an experience of purging, that while the neshama is going through it, the neshama doesn't know its purpose. And it's experienced as a punishment. In other words, when the need for cleansing is so deep, part of what has to happen for the neshama to be cleansed is for the neshama not to perceive that it's being cleansed. So it hurts. And only that pain affects the purging. While other forms of purging, whether it's Chibut HaKever, or Kaf HaKela, or Nahad Dinur and Amud, which is between one Gan Eden and Gan Eden, like it says in Chassidus, 3 times a day you have an aliyah. Each time you have an aliyah, you have to go back to a Nahad Dinur and an Amud. In those cases, it's also a cleansing, but you know why you're being cleansed. And you experience the cleanse like a person working out in a gym. So it's hard, but it's meaningful. So this is how you understand Gehenna. Gehenna is experienced as punishment. It's experienced as suffering and pain. But it's always a washing machine. It's always about cleansing.